NNRG.
Oh boy, I was kind of afraid this one might show up someday. So, today's game is Elite. And for anybody who's ever played Elite Dangerous, well, this is what came first. And the reason I've been dreading this one is because I don't like this game. It is a game I have played before, not on the Commodore 64, mind you, but I have played it before, and I am very bad at it. And the fact that it's a very complicated game doesn't help. Although admittedly, if you've ever played any space exploration games, you're going to notice that a lot of those games have very similar ideas and concepts which translate through back to previous games, and all of those trace themselves back to Elite. Like, there's a lot of things in Elite that you can see in other space exploration games going forwards. Like, this was the progenitor of them. So, let's actually get it started here. So, do the auto start. And I also technically played this for almost an hour so far. So, here's the thing. Elite is incredibly complex, so there are a lot of keyboard controls, which doesn't help things. And here's our intro we got for Laser. Looks like 1994, late 94 from the looks of it. But yeah, so I was playing it for a bit because I needed to make sure I had the controls down, because there are a lot of controls. And then I was also running into technical issues trying to get the whole save file thing working with the player files, because it's done in a very unusual way. But anyways, so let's skip past the intro here. And then we're going to have some flashing border action. And then we're going to get our trainers. And this is actually a little confusing to me at first. You're going to see in a second here. It's like typical trainers, except there's a disk access device number. So you can actually force it to access either disk 8 or disk 9, or device 8 or device 9, because Commodore 64 device numbers, it's a weird thing, but it starts at like 8, 9, 10, and 11 for what you would normally have as your disk drives. I don't know why it's like that. I just know that's how it is. So the idea here is you can actually make it so that if you wanted to load your save games from device 9, you could do that instead. So I'm going to do this in. And here's the thing. I did actually set it up that way because I was running into so many issues getting this working right. I figured I'd try setting up like 2 disk drives and do it like that. So, and here we go, Elite. And then we get a view of the particular ship that we're going to be flying, which I believe is called the Cobra Mark II. And as you can see, we have already got a whole lot of stats on the screen, which don't matter at the moment, but they will once you start flying this thing. So, load new commander, yes, or yes. Okay, so the default commander is Jameson, for whatever reason. I don't know why. So, we're going to load the commander file I created, so that we've got my name on it. And it's going to be on a separate disk I created. And I ran into so many issues. Oh, it's in tape mode. Can I cancel out of that? Okay, I can cancel out of that. Okay, change the disk, load new commander, punch in my name. It's loading from the disk. There it goes. Okay. So, or actually, no, I think this is the thing you start with. Just this puny little, like, shuttlecraft type of thing. I don't think you actually start with the Cobra 2. I think that's, like, something you're supposed to get up to eventually. I'm not entirely certain, because I am not good at this game. I am warning you all right now. I am terrible at this game. So, space or fire to start. Load in. So, we're currently in the Lave system, and our condition is docked at the space station. We got 7 light years of fuel left, 100 credits of cash, our legal status is clean, and our rating is harmless. The rating basically comes down to how you're viewed by various governments in terms of how dangerous you are. And in fact, I think this is actually where the name Elite Dangerous comes from, is the fact that dangerous is like one of the highest ratings you can have. I think some games actually go one step further and have deadly as the highest, but I think dangerous might be the highest one here. I'm not entirely certain. And then we've got a front pulse laser as our weapons. So we can actually go through a bunch of screens here. There's an equipment screen, so we can buy equipment for our ship, which can't really afford much. I mean, we can afford missiles, but at 30 credits a pop, and we only got 100 credits, it's a little pricey. So let's not buy any of those. 4 key brings up our galactic chart, which we can use to go around to different areas of the galaxy. Now it says Galactic Chart 1 because later in the game you're supposed to get like a very special kind of hyperspace that lets you go to different galaxies. And there's supposed to be 8 galaxies in the game, but I don't think we're going to get that far. In fact, I'll be very surprised if we go anywhere outside of the star system we start in. Because if we go to our short range scan here, we can see this is where we're at. We're at Lave. And then we've also got Diso, Usa, Orari, Riorte. There's some weird names in here. The size of the planet effectively indicates just how popular a place it is, I think. Like, the bigger the planet, the more important it is. It's like we're starting at Lave here, and if we go to the next screen here, wait, that's market prices. Here, so we can see data on Larvae. So it says it's rich agricultural with a dictatorship government, tech level 5, population 2.5 billion, with human colonials. And it says Lave is most famous for its vast rainforests and the Lavian tree grub. And then we can also see the market prices here, as well as how much is for sale. Now, one thing that's a little annoying, it doesn't exactly tell you whether those unit prices are low or high. Like, that's one of the things that shows up in a lot of games that take after Elite, is indicating whether a particular unit price happens to be a good buy or a bad buy. But here, no, we're just left with these numbers to wonder if maybe it's high or maybe it's low. I don't know. But if we go back to our short range scan here and we go to a different planet, like say Diso here, and we can get data on it. So it says here it's 3.6 light years away, government's democracy, tech level 8, 4.1 billion black furry felines as the population. This planet is mildly noted for its ancient MA corn plantations. MA, the way it says MA there makes me think it's like an atomic element, but is there an MA? I don't think there's an MA in the periodic table. But the trouble here, though, is that if we go to the market prices, you can see you're only allowed to see the market prices for the system you're actually in. So if we wanted to get information on Diso's market prices, we'd have to actually go there. So let's try not to waste our fuel and end up there and, have to go back for whatever. So let's just look at these prices here. Like, we got food, textiles, and radioactives. And there's also slaves. You could do slave trading. Totally forgot about that. So if I had to guess, I'm going to say that maybe it's the liquor and the wines that are going to be more expensive on Diso than they are here on Lave. So if we go to the buy screen, we can say for quantity of food, we're not going to put one in, neither textiles or radioactives. But for liquor and wines, we're going to go 3 tons. And did that work? Okay, it says that I have 30.4 credits left, and we got 3 tons of liquor on board. Okay, so let's see if I can survive a trip to Diso. So first we're going to launch from the space station. Okay, and now all of these indicators actually start to mean something here. So the controls. The controls for this game are weird. So, first of all, I'm using the keyboard, because there's so many keyboard keys you have to worry about that you might as well. Having a joystick in hand at the same time is not optimal. But yeah, so the idea is we have controls to pitch. So if we hold the button down, we pitch more and more. If we let go, it just continues to go. And if we push the opposite direction, it immediately stops us. And the same with roll. So we can roll, and the more we do it, the more it goes, and it slowly slows down With the exception of if you're trying to do a docking maneuver into a space station, it will actually maintain the roll at whatever you set it to. But if you hit the opposite direction, it immediately stops again. Although it's a little laggy, unfortunately. And then we have controls to slow down. We have controls to speed up. If you go too fast, the bar goes red. I don't know if that's a bad thing or a good thing, or if it's just a thing. And then below all of those gauges on the side, we have the 1, 2, 3, 4, which is our energy levels, FS, AS, our forward shields and aft shields, FV is our fuel, I believe, or is it fuel? Yeah, it's fuel. CT is cabin temperature, LT is laser temperature, AL is... I'm not sure. Oh, AL is altitude off the planet's surface, so basically how close you are to the planet. Okay, so if we want to actually go somewhere, we got to bring up our short-range skip chart. Okay, we still have DSO highlighted there, so if we hit H, it's going to bring us into hyperspace. And here we are, we're at DSO. Well, sort of. If we go to our front view here, you can see that we're clearly not quite at the planet yet. So now that I'm lined up with the planet roughly, I can do an approach there. We'd actually see something of... Oh! There is someone shooting at me. Well, that's not good. I can try firing back. Again, I'm not good at the... Okay, I'm actually scoring some hits here. I better slow down here, because I was getting a little close there. Let's see if I can get him back into view. Okay, speed up a little bit. Yeah, aiming is difficult when you can't yaw. You can only roll and pitch. That's one of the main reasons why I'm not good at Elite. Okay, line them up. I got a couple shots in there. Let's line them up again. That was a miss? Okay, that was a hit. Okay, this ship has taken a lot of hits. Oh, that's not a good sign. Someone is launching missiles at me. So if I can see the missile incoming, I should be able to shoot it out of the air, but... Okay, my shields are very down and I am now very destroyed. Yeah, so this is kind of how my usual games of Elite would go. I would make a purchase at the space station, launch from the space station, go to a nearby system, immediately get attacked, and my game is done. So if we actually hit no to load new commander, then basically what it's doing is assuming we want to continue with the commander that's currently loaded. So as you can see, we're back to how we were when we started. So 7 light years of fuel, 100 credits of cash, and nothing else going on. Still docked at Lave. So, I mean, we could always try buying something other than liquor. Maybe those enemies were just gung-ho on the liquor. Like, we could try alloys. Well, 3 tons of alloys, we just barely have enough credits for that. So, let's do it. No, 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 no. Alloys. Yes, we want 3 tons of alloys. Leaves us very little cash, but hopefully we made a good purchase. If we didn't, well, this is gonna go well. So let's launch out. And then go to our short-range scan, plot a course for DSO, hit the hyperspace, and then we should have a button to jump forward in time. Okay, we jumped forward in time. I thought it would have jumped us further than that. We'll try it again. Okay. So we seem to be getting closer. Seem to be getting closer. So I think maybe we're not close enough yet to get to see the space station. I thought we would be by now. Let's try another jump. Or no, the jump's not working now. I guess that means we're close enough that the space station should be in range soon. Well, I'm a little surprised that I haven't been attacked yet, but also I'm a little surprised that I'm not seeing a space station light up. Like, I mean, what's supposed to happen is you're supposed to get the little indicator that's right on the top right corner of the main radar. That's supposed to be a positional indicator for where the planet is at first and where the space station is once you're in range of the space station. But we're getting pretty close to the planet now, and I'm still not picking up the space station. Well, I mean, this is a bigger planet than the planet we came from, so even though it looks like we're getting close, keep in mind that altimeter there is still showing us at maximum altitude, and I just saw that S-light come on. So now we actually are in range of the space station. So let's turn up towards it. There it is. So let's get it into... Let's get it centered appropriately. There's the space station. Okay, let's see if we can actually dock this thing. Now, this is not fun. I have crashed many a ship trying to do this. Although at least I have an idea of how you're supposed to do this. So... Okay, so here's the problem. We're approaching the space station now, but our rotation is wrong. If we slow it down here, you're going to see that the way the space station is rotating... Yeah, that does not seem like the correct rotation. In fact, given what we just saw from that ship that just left the space station, it looks like the actual entrance might be facing the planet to some degree. So what I'm going to try to do here is I'm going to try to run alongside the space station. See if we can align ourselves better, because that's kind of important. So let's speed up here. One of the things we have that we can do is side views. So here's our right view. Okay, and we just saw the space station pass by there. So let's go back to our front view here and see if we can get it. See if we can get that entrance located. The space station should be. We should be really close to the space station now. And there it is. So the problem here is I don't think I'm properly aligned with the space station yet. Yeah, so kind of have to get the entrance aligned as best as possible. Like later in the game, you can buy devices to assist with this. I mean, I don't think I'm going to be able to do much better here. So let's see if we can get the rotation right. So trying to match the rotation of the space station. I'm definitely a bit off, though. Jeez, and there's a lot of ships just coming and going. Kind of don't want to crash into any of them. I mean, I thought I had this good, but this doesn't look like it's going to work well. Slow down to nothing. Let's get the rotation. This doesn't look like it's going to go well. Yeah, I'm like scratching the side of the station. Yeah, I just got destroyed. Oh, jeez. Why did they make landing on the space station so ridiculously difficult? Well, let's give it another try. I'm gonna buy the alloys again. We don't even know if this is the best way to go yet, but get the alloys, done with the purchasing, launch from the space station, go to our scans, go over the DSO, hyperspace to it. There it goes. Okay, let's try this again. Also, I've got the manual up, and I've been reading the manual, and the manual suggests that a manual docking procedure should be performed by getting as close to the space station as possible, then turning towards the planet, heading towards the planet as close as possible without getting too close and thus ending up in the atmosphere, and then turning to face the space station from the planet and lining yourself up with the entrance to the space station from there. And I think the reasoning there is that if you do it that way, then you'll be able to correct for the minor differences in distance a lot more easily, because it won't be as big of an effect. Or maybe the game does some sort of auto-centering, I don't know. Okay, we got the space station light on, so let's do the thing where we approach the space station. So what we're supposed to do is we're supposed to get close to the space station, and we can actually get pretty darn close before it really matters. So let's keep the speed up for the moment, and I think about there should be good. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is I want to turn to sort of align the entry, and then turn all the way down to face the planet. At least this is what the instructions are telling me to do. Okay, so I want to try to get the planet as centered as possible in my view. I think that's about centered. So now what we want to do is we want to speed up and approach the planet and keep a careful eye on our altimeter there, because we don't want to get too low. I think I'm going to let it get one more pip lower on the altimeter, and then I'm going to slow it down and turn it around. Okay, so let's slow it down. Now at minimal speed, we're going to turn it around, face the space station. Shouldn't be too difficult. Okay, so in theory, we should be really well aligned with the space station. In theory. Let's speed up and see if this docking procedure recommended by the manual actually works for us. If I had yaw controls, if I had the ability to yaw to the left or right, this would be easy. But I don't. I have roll and pitch. So, I mean, it's not terrible. It's not great, but it's not terrible. So I think we can try getting the rotation to match with the... Although it's still slowing me down. Like, I mean, earlier when I was testing this, it wouldn't slow down unless I actually... Yeah, see how the rotation keeps slowing down? Like, it was actually maintaining the rotation instead of automatically slowing it down. Or wait a minute, what the heck? A ship is coming out as while I'm trying to dock? What the heck is that about? Why would the space station try to let something go while there's another ship like right in front of the entrance? This game is supposed to do things to prevent stuff like that from happening, but clearly it's not working. And that's the other thing too, my rotation is not staying set. Like, I'm pretty sure your rotation's supposed to stay set to where you leave it if you're trying to do a docking maneuver. The fact that it keeps not doing that, unless the game doesn't think I'm trying to dock, but I mean, I'm clearly trying to dock. I'm approaching the space station at minimal speed. Okay, I think this is the best we're gonna do. Are we gonna get in? Are we gonna get in? Nope. Oh, we actually did get in. Holy jeez, I just started rotating faster and suddenly it actually worked. Okay, we made it into a space station without getting ourselves totally destroyed. Not that we didn't take any damage, but... Okay, moment of truth. Should we have brought alloys here? So if we sell our 3 tons of alloy, we are up in cash. By 21.6 credits. Was that worth the effort? Seriously, because we had to burn 3.6 light years of fuel to do that. And if we look at the cost of equipment here, 1 unit of fuel is 7.2. I mean, we could always just go back out into space and try to shoot things. I mean, what else are we going to do at this point? We managed to survive landing somehow. We didn't get enough money to make up for the fuel usage we went through. Well, here's the thing. Let's actually buy some more fuel just to make sure that we actually... Oh. Wait, what? Fuel is now 0? What's going on? If we go to my, how do I get to my inventory again? I think inventory, just hit escape. Oh. Okay. Okay. So the fuel wasn't the cost per unit. The fuel was the cost to refuel to the 7 light-year limit that our ship can reach. Okay. And that actually makes sense because 3.6 times 2 is 7.2. So it was... Wait, why is our legal status fugitive? What did I do? Was it because I crashed into the station? Why is my legal status fugitive? Well, let's try going somewhere else. Riorte. How about there? Let's hyperspace to Riorte. See if anything interesting happens. Go to our main view. You got any enemies, or perhaps? 'Cause apparently I was a fugitive in Deso. Okay, we got something going on up here. Looks like multiple ships. Oh, and they are all attacking me. Okay, this is probably not going to end well. I've got like 4 ships attacking me. Why? And down I go. Yeah, I don't get this game. Okay, so that was Elite. I understand that this was basically the granddaddy of the space exploration genre, specifically in terms of 3D space exploration, because we have a wireframe 3D engine going on here with hidden line removal, I might add. That's not exactly a trivial thing to do. But for some inexplicable reason, I am just really, really bad at this game. Like, I've never played the C64 version until now, and I'm no better at it. So for anyone wondering why I've never covered Elite on ancient DOS games, because there very much is a DOS version of Elite. In fact, Elite is on a whole heck of a lot of home computers. It's because of this. It's because I just can't play this game. For some reason, I am absolutely terrible at it. It's not like I don't have the manual in front of me, and it's not like I didn't spend an hour studying the manual before I even attempted to get this game running. Like, for some reason, this game doesn't click with me. And it never has. Not when I was a kid, not now. I just do not understand what it is about this game that it makes it impossible for me to play. And it's not like I can't play other space exploration games. I play pretty much every other space exploration game I've touched perfectly fine. It's just this one I can't handle, and tons of people can handle it just fine. I don't know. I don't know what it is, but I just don't connect with this game.